Good morning. It's 9 o'clock a.m., April 22nd, 2024. It's a Monday morning, and I'll get a audio confirmation here momentarily. Yeah, and then show up. I guess that would be useful. Yeah, let's see, got confirmation there, and oh, I gotta turn on desktop audio so SpeakerBot can be hoid. And then I'll get started. Going to channel comments. Ishmael, let's see, Ishmael Sidoni. I didn't try to actually read that. Thank you, John. SpeakerBot, I heard it. Did you guys hear it? Exclamation mark Y would get you a yes. Ishmael Sidoni. I'll just call him Ishmael. How about that? Solved how to upgrade Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro. Says, thanks a lot, bro. You are certainly welcome, my friend. In case you're not aware of what we do here, myself and the chat room are here 6 days a week to try to help people with any issues that they're having with their computers, their Windows-based computers.
Good morning, Doug.
Good morning, Ken. You are welcome to send an email to this address and ask a question. We will give our responses or our ideas, and I will reply to your comment with a timestamp of where in the video that we discuss the issue. And if you enjoy that type of conversation, come and hang out with us. So thank you. I will do a thumbs up and a heart and reply with a timestamp after the show is over. Josh Kinder got a laugh out of from something that Jim said or did during Saturday's show. And Alice, I only just saw this, Doug. I love this trailer, and that was it's not actually a trailer. It was a channel, I don't know, promo video. I guess I did. And let's go see if I can figure out how to get you a link if anyone else wants to see that. Let's see, I'll pause that there and then grab that link, and that should do it. Oh yeah, because it was a short. Yeah, it's a short rather than a trailer. Let's come over here and put, whoops, I got to turn off the SpeakerBot repeating messages before you get annoyed with those. And let's see, channel promo, I'll call it. And for those of you who are in blue, you're what do you call them? What's that called? Moderators, channel moderators, which means you can post links into chat, and you're certainly welcome to do that. Then where am I going to next? That link I just put in chat in case you want to go see that promo video. Thumbs up and heart to Alice. Then I will go over to emails. I have an email from Doug to Doug. Hey, Doug. This is actually from Saturday's chat room. I didn't see Wintermute's question. During the show, asked is there a dump file from the time of this crash? And the answer was no. None of these dump files show Saturday's date. So these are old dump files, and I didn't think there was a dump file there anyway because I didn't get a blue screen of death. I don't know if dump files occur without a blue screen showing up, but maybe they do. But anyway, these are dump files, and Wintermute is familiar with the procedure to go examine those, and we've done a little bit of that on the show in the past. I am interested in going back and looking at those and trying to understand better what can be done with it. This archive folder, I'll scroll down, showing here the archive folder. I have some named dump files that actually indicate what was happening at the time of those dumps. Yeah, my computer took a dump. I know. I received a couple emails from Gary. Thank you for those, Gary. Turn off that email address because that's just annoying. And then, Ken Stout's going to be interested in what I have to show next, but I'm just going to go ahead and look at chat room before going to that. Ken Stout, I got something coming up about AdSense and sharing my a recent revenue notice that I got. I'm trying to get chat fixed here so I can see things right. Ken Stout says, first from San Diego. Alice, hello. Alice says, Zoom had an update and it's now called Zoom Workplace on desktop. Support has now ended for Windows 7 and Windows 8 for Zoom. Do not update your PC if you are using either of those two systems. Do you know, Alice, what will happen? It's support has ended. Well, a lot of times when support ends for an older operating system, it'll still work. It's just that they're not giving us any assurances and they don't consider themselves responsible or obligated to do updates when they're needed, although some manufacturers, including Microsoft, still do issue updates after they officially no longer support a product. John Williams says, how can it be any better than this? Almost 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's not 12 noon yet. He's enjoying the weather. I'm enjoying the weather. It's going to be up to 92 degrees today. Tomorrow, when Ken Stout Live is coming to town, it's forecast for a high of 80. So that's going to be pretty comfortable. Yeah, you heard that right. Ken Stout Live is coming to town. Better watch out. Better not shout. And yeah, we'll do some form of, I'm not sure if it'll be live stream or upload. Not tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be a regular Windows Daily Show, unless I get canceled or what's the word when somebody else takes priority, a client takes preempted. That's it. It's Santa, aka Ken from Alice. Rick Lakes, hello, my bike is in the shop again. Man, I seem to hear that. Maybe he just tells us every time it goes in the shop. Maybe he keeps his bike really prime, but I've heard it in the shop before. Is it a Jaguar? We'll be going to get it tomorrow afternoon for a price of $172.11. Well, yikes. What did they do to it for that? Tim Sowell, hello. Martin Hogg, hello. Carl J. Brian to Ken, are you in San Diego, Texas or San Diego, California? Ah, okay. I happen to know the answer to that. I'm not going to spoil it. Rick Lake saying hello to Brian. Selden Ball, greetings, and he's got 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Who was the other weather report? See, I have such a poor memory. Somebody else said the weather. Oh, it was John Williams. Selden Ball with 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Brian Lightfoot, good morning to the people who have to walk. John Williams, Selden Ball gave me a yes. Ken Stout, good morning to the Doug. Jeff, to Ken, you better not steal that when you first come to Vegas. Better not steal that. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. I was trying to, live, hope you are having a nice, no, it's Ken Stout live. Hope you're having a nice road trip. I wish they would make that stand out a little bit to us. When somebody hits me with that, it shows up on my screen as orange and it shows up on Ken Stout's screen as orange. I'd like it to show up in a color so that you can really tell that that's not part of the chat message. Greg M. just got in the door, was at a client's replacing a failed GPU. Well, hope that went well. Oops, got a phone call coming in. That'll have to wait. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Message I gave her. Just got in the door. Let's see, I read that already. SpeakerBot stuff. The ones in blue are called special people. They're special. Blue Man Group. My brother and his girlfriend went to see Blue Man Group in performance. I have not seen them. Oh, Victor showed up. I didn't notice that happen. Let's see. Live, cool. Hello. I'm stumbling over words. I can tell that already. Santa AK Ken, the circus is coming to Fresno, coming to town. As you know, my trusty Windows 7 machine is used every single day. It's right next to me, and I did receive a security update the other day. Now this is unlimited use computer. YouTube and banking. Oh, this is a limited. Lawn Dog is using voice to text, so I think this was a a misfire by his voice to text. This is a limited use computer, not unlimited. He has limited use. He does YouTube and banking only on it. Really? You trust it for banking? Seems like that would be a concern. Yeah. Oystein, hello. Good to see you. Brian, did you tell Doug about the special costumes that we'll all be wearing? Does he have his costume picked out? Did Brian just tip a secret there? I don't know if it's a secret or not. Ken Stout will not be the only person coming tomorrow. We know Lorna is coming, his wife. Who else do you know is coming? I don't know. There might be some surprises. John to Ken, we installed a new central air system for the upcoming summer. Don't need it yet. We're only 10 minutes into the show, and I've already turned my thoughts to ending the show and who do I have to redirect to. I can't redirect to Carrie Holzman. Ken Stout's not going to be doing a live show, but he may be doing. He's got premieres all set up to go be published or come out. Do I get a premiere? You know what? I shouldn't do it there. I should come into here. It's easier to see it here. Wait a minute. Oh, just right. Yeah, I need to refresh this. This is not showing the current show. I don't know if anybody noticed, but on Saturday when I set up a backup live show in case I crashed Big Beast Build, that show was called the Friday Show Canceled was the title of it. Let's come down here and see if I've got any redirects that I can do. There's another call coming in. Sorry, you're going to have to wait. Do a bunch of ghetto stuff. Oh, there's a bunch of Ken Stout stuff. How do I know which of these is first to bat? Let's try this one. 23rd, 7 p.m. No dice. Is there one there for the 22nd? This one maybe. Yeah, 22nd. Oh, that's this evening. All right, I'll give you that. That way, for anybody who's never watched his show, you can bring it up on your tab after this show is over and keep it open if you care to do that. I'm going to see if I can catch up. Then I'll go to my AdSense thing to show. There. All right. John Williams to Ken. We installed new central air system for upcoming summer. Don't need it yet. One dog to Greg. That's kind of like the world of Intel. The graphics card takes a dump. At least have a backup CPU. Yes, Ken. You didn't hear that? Ken doesn't really watch my show. I know that. He doesn't watch. He doesn't pay attention. It's kind of on at the side and once. So I said earlier in today's show that I have something for Ken Stout to show him, and he wasn't listening. Wasn't paying attention. Now, he doesn't know when I'm going to jump over to that topic. So, is he going to keep watching or is he going to miss it?
I'm married.
With kids. They're not with you. Rick Lates, rotors, replace brake pads, replacing chain adjustments. Rotors. Oh, that's right. Bikes these days, they actually have brake rotors or discs. Rotors? Do they call them rotors? Wouldn't they be called discs? Rotors. Rotor-rooters? I don't know. By the way, general concept, grade them. I am not really running into any issues using the built-in graphics on my motherboard, even viewing games. Craig says, so did this client. They were using onboard graphics on their 13600K. But it's an interesting subject given the sophistication of today's built-in graphics. I put in a replaced RX 66 GPU that failed under warranty. I haven't been saying all the names. If you're watching, you're following the conversation, jumping between those two. Rick Lake says, when you ride a bike in the winter like I do, it requires more maintenance. Is that some new software for gaming from Martin to Rick? Rick was talking about his bike, not gaming. Maybe I missed something. On Dr. Greg, yes, great way to keep the machine going. I actually have a GTX 1050 as my text card. I really should use it for myself to just to learn things. Meaning, how important is the graphics card when viewing games these days that are coming through the internet? Something like that. Hey, Doug, why do you spend so much time reading chat? Well, because I don't have enough questions about computers' actual people problems. People's actual computer problems. If I had enough to fill up the whole show, we wouldn't be reading chat so much, but I could get pulled over to chat by somebody putting in a speaker bot message to say read chat if somebody actually puts in a question. So we've got lots of room to grow as far as people asking actual questions. I'm keeping logs. I am getting logs in my temp files more and more. What can cause this? There's a question. Love it. Thank you, Alice. Although when I started reading the question, I was thinking I'm getting logs. You heard me misread it. I thought
RGB on BBB is working today.
I thought she was going out to. Oh yeah, it is. The fans got the colors going there. It wasn't yesterday. I think I know why. But not to keep jumping back and forth, but I'll jump back to the logs. I was thinking that Alice was saying that she's going out to get fire logs. But yeah, yesterday I recovered from a crash before the show. Not yesterday, but Saturday, I guess it was. I had to force power off by holding the power button down and then turn it back on. I don't think I restarted the computer after that recovery from crash, and that should be done. Anytime your computer crashes, whether it's a blue screen of error, you have to hold down the power button because it locked up, turn it back on, let it get all started up, and then do a normal restart. Go to the start button, click power, click restart. So you to get a normal restart before you go on and use it. So I think Saturday I probably neglected to do that. Bad Doug, bad Doug, bad Doug. We need a jingle for that. I need to use that music creating thing to give me a jingle for disciplining Doug. I keep getting logs in my temp files more and more. What can cause this? I don't know that I've ever looked into that. Even temp files, or is it that Windows temp, I think? See if I got log files there. There's temp log files. Oh, all right. Yeah, here we go. Lots of log files. Let's see what my log files are. Looking for, here's April 22nd. There's MP. That's, I think that is a, isn't that one of the Windows Defender stuff? I'm not sure. Let's just double click on it to open it. So Alice, you can double click on it and get some information about what it is. Do you have PC Manager? If that's a third-party program, no. Yeah, Windows Defender. I thought this was a Windows Defender something or other. So that's what is going on with that log. And then let's go look at this log. Here's another one, 6:48 this morning. I'm going to say Windows log files in the temp folder are normal. This, did I restart? Oh, I woke it up from hibernation around 6:48. So this was a log file showing that it was waking up from that. I might have some setting around somewhere to enable log files. Maybe not everybody has as much log files happening as I do. Here's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 log files this morning. I've never looked at them very extensively. Maybe some other comments in chat are going to give more information about that. It's a mountain bike for Rick. In the olden days, we would install games on her machine, and I suppose that amount of graphics, I'm going to skip over that. Long Doug, I'm sorry, you kind of long to read some of your stuff. I want to get to other stuff. Called staying focused, RGB working, talk about graphics cards. Yeah, prefer to talk about actual problems people are having. rather than just bringing up a subject. Although just bringing up a subject is okay too. To spend $400 more on a graphics card, PC Manager. No, not me either. I think she's saying, is she responding to not having PC Manager? Alice says, good topic. We may go back to that. Well, listen. If you need, let's talk about graphics cards. Your entire thoughts on this, my entire thoughts on the subject. You have a lot of faith that I don't have much to say about dedicated graphics cards. Your entire thoughts on the subject matter. Today's onboard graphics seem to be handling everything. So why do I need to spend $400 or more on a graphics card? You don't. Where would I actually see the difference? You won't see the difference. If you're not feeling inadequacy of your graphics processing with your integrated graphics, there is no reason whatsoever for you to install a graphics card. I think you're only going to notice it when you're doing things that really push the graphics, such as editing videos with some level of complexity or frequency or length. And for playing games and you want to turn up the resolution so you see a more enjoyable image. But if everything you're doing on your computer is working fine without a graphics card, no reason at all to install it. Now, okay, what was it called? Bitcoin mining. If you want to get into that, but if you get into that, you're gonna have to learn that subject, and it will become obvious with Bitcoin mining that you need that. Stay away from things like PC Manager. I don't know. Windows has computer management, but I don't think that's what PC Manager is. What is PC Manager? I have learned more things about computers than I remember. I have forgotten more things about computers than I ever learned. No, that can't be true. Can't forgot more than you ever learned. PC Manager is an app from the Microsoft Store designed to enhance the overall performance, security, and management of the operating system. Yeah, might be interesting to tinker with it and see what it does. I'm concerned that they have an ulterior motive of actually, throwing more advertising at you. I hope you're joking, and if you're not, see the famous guy Jay's 2 cents recent video. I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's a lot of people that warn against it. John to Alice, Kerry installs it on computers. I think it's a Microsoft program. Does he? Okay, wasn't aware of that. If you're doing Photoshop or video editing or gaming for the dedicated graphics card. It's a paid commercial for Jay's 2 cents. Lawn Dog Doug, what about watching your Fortnite episodes or joining Fortnite over the internet? Is a graphics card going to provide me any visual stimulation? Absolutely, yes. Watching your Fortnite episodes, no. If you were watching my Fortnite episodes, you having a graphics card isn't going to make it any better because you're just seeing 1080p. You're just seeing the YouTube video that I send out to YouTube. So no, you having a graphics card won't help that at all. If you have a 4K, well, if you want to have a 4K monitor for that really high resolution, which I think is a waste, then you would want a graphics card. You probably will have better performance on a graphics card, but I just don't see much. I even have, when I go buy a movie, I rented a movie recently from Amazon Video, and it had said something about you're only going to get this in 1080p because you have to have such and such and so for 4K. And it was going to cost me less to rent it in 1080p, and I was going to watch it on my TV. And I've tried watching things in 4K, and I just don't appreciate the difference. I don't see that it's worthwhile at all. Joining Fortnite, if you were to actually run the program, yes, you would definitely see better image there, because then you're not seeing the image that I'm sending you through YouTube. You would see better imagery. Now, one thing you could do though, maybe, that might be interesting. If I were to bring up make a video of Fortnite with the lower settings that you would have on an integrated CPU, or maybe even just, I think I have it installed on Baby Beast. I could give a video of what it looks like there, side by side even, with what it looks like on Big Beast. And that's where you really see the difference. PC Manager, is this going to be in the store maybe to see it? Safeguard your PC, download PC in a quiet and reliable way. Yeah, so maybe I experiment with that like I was experimenting with Malwarebytes, and make my own decision. As you've heard, for those of you who watch Kerry Osman, you've heard him say it a number of times, and I say it too, and you've seen me. Test it yourself. Test it yourself and see what it's like. As a matter of fact, I got authorization from my client to do a test with this $175 computer, and I took an image of his current desktop computer, and I'm putting it on that computer, and we're going to have him work a day on that computer and see what the performance difference is like. So we're gonna check that out, prove it ourselves. Alice says thank you, or thanks. I can't read. I'm going to assume that was regarding the logs. Okay, shall we go show Ken Stout's? The thing that I think Ken Stout will be interested in. How many of you think he's still watching? Is he off doing a honeydew right now? He says yes. Okay, here I got an email from Google AdSense. Check your recent payment. We send a payment for your AdSense YouTube earnings. If you haven't received your payment within 5 business days, please email. So I got a link here to click and sign in. So I'm going to do that. Now, each click I'm going to take it off screen for a moment just to make sure that the screen that it goes to is okay to show. I already did look at this. I think it's okay to show. Yeah, this is what it went to. So I haven't clicked on anything in here. And my complaint about this is a little bit, what do I do now? And it took me a little while to figure out. So then I figured out, oh, go to payments to see a recent payment. So they said they sent me a recent payment. So I click on payments. And oh, that just expands this section. Then go to payments info. I'm going to take that off screen for a moment because this is behaving a little differently than I remembered it. Yeah, no, this is going where I was thinking. So here's my payments. Wow, isn't this exciting? They gave me an email saying I've got money. Your earnings $0. Paid monthly if the total is at least $100, and then my previous months all show zeros. Well, what the heck? What's up with this? Well, what you got to do, and it takes a little while to figure it out because it's not intuitive. Click up here next to AdSense. This is United States US dollar. This section would be for if I had AdSense connected to my website. Down here, click on the YouTube section to see United States US dollar. Now, Ken Stout's mileage may vary. I don't know if he'll have to click that because I don't think he has a website out there. So I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but I had to realize to click on that. Now it says your earnings $0. Okay, that makes more sense. Not. Your last payment was issued on April 21st for $162. Okay, so that is showing, but now down here, April 1st says $0, March 1st says $162.19. Well, now wait a minute. This says $162.19 April 21st. This says March 131. March 1st 31. What does that mean? The first hour of March 31st? What date is that actually? Mar 1. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even notice that. Maybe that's the first payment issued. I don't know. I can come down here to view transactions.
March 1st, minus 31.
Oh, March 1st through 31. Thank you, Craig M. Duh. Good. Yeah, so here's prior payments. So that gives Ken Stout a little bit of pointers as to maybe it'll reduce some frustration. March 1st. So why was that so? Yeah, I don't see a hyphen. Is there a hyphen there? Is it just because of this weird light mode that I'm not seeing a hyphen? How about if I highlight? Yeah, there is. I think there is a dash there. Just can't see it. because it's white or off-white. All right, that was weird. You're welcome, Ken. He just put in a thanks. Let's see. What is it? Oh, it is 9:30. I'm just going to scan through over this. I'll read it closer after. Still, why do I need this? You don't need it. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. If you don't feel a need for it, then you don't. Scanning, scanning, scanning. I will read them closer, but I think we're done. I think we're so done. Ken Stout Live is coming to town. No, Ken Stout Live. I don't even remember how the song goes. Santa Claus is coming to town. Ken Stout Live is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not shout. You better not cry. You better not stream. Ken Stout Live is coming to town. I think what I'll probably do is schedule a live stream after tomorrow morning's show. That'll probably be mid-afternoon, but there's no assurance that will actually start at whatever time that I schedule it for. So there might be multiple live streams. And I'm only allowed to do three live, well, not allowed. I can only do 3 live streams that you'll be notified for. So we'll try to keep you informed. And what are we going to do? We have plans. We have plans. All right. There's the email address. You can send a question about a Windows issue that you're having to the email address, or a comment on any video, or comment in chat. And that does it. Let's get out of here. Let's go, because Ken's got to go do some honeydew things, even though he's on vacation, I guess. Hi, Lorna. Just kidding. Stop streaming. Stop it. Stop it. Stop streaming now.